Greetings and a very warm welcome to the channel. The sun is shining, like it's actually really nice out there. And the Magpie is casting. Coming to you guys right now with a live 1 versus 1 battle fresh from the ladder. Featuring spawning in the north, it's going to be the British forces of JS Cross. And spawning in the south, it's going to be the Wehrmacht forces of Smiley. Neither of these players have featured on the channel before, so a very warm welcome to these two players. Now the map today is going to be Arnhem Checkpoint. I'm sure you're all pretty familiar with this map, even though it's not been in the game for that long, relatively speaking, of course. Been in the game since the Brits came out, but a good map, one which I enjoy playing on. Pretty much key to taking this map is dominating the middle of the map, but you can't just do that. You do have to hold the flanks, or at least have some units out there harassing or chewing up ground. This is my kind of map. I like a map with a little bit of complexity, some nice dense terrain, and some good opportunities for ambushes and using indirect fire and that kind of thing. You'll notice, keen-eyed viewers at least, will notice that I now have a little overlay here. So that's just going to be stopping any spoilers, hopefully. So it's a little bit more suspenseful, so you won't quite know when the game's drawing to a close. Now this is something which I've had some help with from AE, who's another fantastic Company of Heroes 2 caster. If you've not heard of him or if you're not aware of who he is, do go and check out his YouTube channel. If you like what I do, you'll like what he does. So he's a good all-round solid chap who's been helping me out with some of my broadcasting software and that kind of thing. And there's going to be continuing advancements in that area. I've got some pretty sweet plans which hopefully will come to fruition. Wow, I should probably comment on this fight just a little bit. We've got a pretty massive fight going on here. We've got a Vickers in this building to the north. We've got an MG42 getting set up nicely in this church. 2 squads of Ostrupin, because of course Smiley has chosen the Ostrupin commander right here. The Ostrupin are really good in cover though, and they'll probably be able to take out these Tommies who are in this flanking building here. The MG42 will then be free to rain hell upon the courtyard. But that's only assuming that the MG42 is still here by the time these Ostrupin are done with these Tommies. The Vickers, of course, does much higher DPS than an MG42, and you can see that reflected in the health on the relative machine gun teams here. Although, having said that, the MG42 is actually kind of keeping up. 2 men each. This is going to be a close one. Let me just rotate the camera a little bit here so you can see. Anyway, as I was saying just before all this like manic World War II themed action broke out in the center of this map, damn, I love this game, just putting it out there. But anyway, as I was saying before this, I've got quite a few things planned. I'm gonna start using some new broadcasting software. I've got some new overlays and stuff like that planned, and it's gonna be pretty cool. There's also a damn good chance that I'll be doing some stuff on Twitch soon, a couple of live shows, that kind of thing. So I'll post details on the YouTube channel. Sorry, you can also follow me at Twitter now. That's right, I've gotten all into 2016. It is 2016, right? Yeah. Wait, 2015, 2016, whatever. It is. I'm just gonna. My eggs are in the 2016 basket. I know what year it is. Damn it. Anyway, I've set myself up a Twitter account. You can follow me if you like at. It's Twitter. It's at MagpieCaster. All one word. MagpieCaster. Somebody had already taken Magpie 842. How does that work? Like. That's such an obscure name. I chose it specifically because it was super obscure and nobody would ever have taken it on any service ever. But apparently someone's taken it on Twitter. So I'm at MagpieCaster. Pardon me. If you go and follow on the Twitter, you can get updates of when I'm going to be doing like the Twitch stuff and things like that. But I may well upload some of that Twitch stuff to YouTube, and I'll also be posting some notifications on YouTube. So you'll probably be kept abreast of developments even if you're just following the YouTube. So there we go. Let's see. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I should tell you guys before I turn my focus solely onto the battle at hand here. Let's see. Oh, that's right, of course. Yeah, there was a new patch yesterday, January the 14th, 2016. There was a new patch, very slim on changes, mostly just a few fixes. But the British AEC scout car was changed. That will now do significantly increased damage to infantry. I'm talking more damage across a larger or across a more significant radius of splash. So the AE now might just be a British Stuart. We're going to have to. I've not actually played a game with it. This is I'm hoping that JS Cross here is going to build one, and we can check out the new AEC in action. So, without further ado, finally, let's turn our attention to the battle at hand. Seemingly, actually, if I crack the tack, we can get a good overview here. So, most of the map is in Axis hands, that much is obvious. Ostrupin are running around the map, but there's not that much of a map presence for the German player. We've got this MG42 entrenched in a good position. That's still exchanging with a Maxim, which is in this structure right here. Ostrupin in a good position of being able to flank, and they also will have been able to scout this this deploying mortar pit here, so and get some damage. No, get no damage onto that mortar pit. But anyway, this is a pretty early mortar pit. Well, actually no, 5 minutes. I've been whittering on for longer than I thought. This is not that early. But anyway, that's a mortar pit in a good position, reasonably aggressively placed actually. That may be easy for the Axis player to assault. We'll have to see what happens as time moves on there, but that may actually be quite easily assaultable by the Axis player. Now, these Ostrupin are going to make a break for it. They're going to run away, probably wary of taking too much damage from both the Vickers and the mortar. That would have been too much. The mortar, I imagine, is going to start hooning on this MG. Indeed, there we go. The first round's now landing on that squad, so they're in for a tough time. Tommy's squad getting into a good position here to rain some fire on them. But if we look at the resource differential here, Smiley's up at plus 29 and 58 fuel and munitions respectively, over JS Cross's 13 and 21. So the British player is going to need to make something happen if he's going to stay in this game. Flamer squad of Pioneers going to get up onto this mortar. That's going to force a brace, and that's going to buy the Axis player a little bit more time here to either mount an assault or get some kind of appropriate defense up for this mortar pit. Now, I myself am I quite like getting some indirect fire options of my own to pressure a mortar pit. Other people prefer going for a more direct assault, forcing a brace and coming in for the kill. It seems that Smiley falls into that latter category. Category. So he's coming in here with a couple of squads of assault pioneers, and they really are burninating the countryside here, as well as, more importantly, this mortar pit. Now behind this, if I just click over here to the left flank, there are a squad of Royal Engineers with metal detector sweeping out on the left, but there's also some Ostrupin here counter-capping. So it's safe to say that Smiley right now in a pretty dominating position. In fact, we're just 6 minutes 42 into the game, and wow, okay, JS Cross has seen enough. That is sufficient for him. He no longer has any interest in pursuing this game, and I've got to say, fair enough. That was a tough one. That was a real tough one. So, wow, hard times there. So that is going to be it. Wow. Jeez, a brutal onslaught there from Smiley, who's going to get himself a very rapid win. I'm going to upload this battle because there was a little announcement and I overviewed the patch and stuff. But damn, I feel like this wasn't really much of a game. It was more just a backdrop to me making some announcements. But whoops. I've just taken a screenshot. But whatever, that's all cool. Such is life in Company of Heroes. And this is kind of why I do like covering ladder games, is because you get to see the game right now, live, out in the wild, as it's really being played. Sometimes, not all games are spectacular, but there's always lessons to be learned out of every game. And it's always nice to see how other regular players like yourselves and me are faring out there on the ladder. And it's, it's fair to say British forces at the moment having a bit of a hard time. So anyway, I'm going to bring this video to a conclusion, and then I'm going to start on a fresh cast. Hopefully it's going to be a more significant battle, and also in the near future I hope to have access to some more epic replays, of course, as I learn to use some of the resources that I now have access to. So anyway, yes, without further ado, this is Magpie842 signing out, but shortly coming back at you with yet another broadcast. So yeah, see you shortly.